Hey guys, Nina here, welcoming you to another reading from the Ladies of Horror Picture Prompt Monthly Challenge, hosted by Elaine Pascale on her channel, The Godmother of Horror. If you'd like to read along or read previously published pieces, please visit spreadingthewritersword.com or ladiesofhorror.com. In the meanwhile, enjoy the reading.
International Dating by Elaine Pascale. The storm battered the windows as if they owed it money. Jocelyn resented her fear of lightning storms. She deemed it childish, and she had put away all childish things. If she were a child, would she be away on a romantic trip? We never lose power here. Stellan was more apologetic than necessary. His family estate was the perfect setting for their first in-person date. It was gothic and glamorous. No other boyfriend had ever suggested anything this elegant and mature. Nor had anyone ever gone to the trouble of filling rooms with flowers. "Do you like the smell?" he had asked shyly. She would never admit to being overwhelmed by the mix of floral fragrances, or that she detected a lingering odor beneath the bouquet. Must be the smell of centuries, she thought. Old houses like this were definitely plagued with mold and rot. She had met Stellan on a dating app. They had spent months video chatting, and when Stellan had suggested that she visit his homeland, she had jumped at the offer. Seeing him in person, he had surpassed her expectations. He was much more handsome, much taller, much bigger than she had imagined. He had met her at the airport as promised, right in front of the Starbucks that are ubiquitous even overseas. Strangely, when they had embraced, she had smelled that same moldy musk beneath the roasted beans. Stellan lit several candles among the dozens that were placed strategically around the room. The sparkle of light allowed Jocelyn to see a portrait hanging on the wall. "He looks like you," she said. Stellan nodded. "That is Harold. He is the owner of the estate." She attributed the lack of the past tense in that sentence to English being his second language. Harold fell prey to a jogger, Stellan announced with all the excitement someone might use to list their daily chores. "A jogger?" she repeated. "A revenant," Stellan confirmed. "Just protecting his plot, his treasure." "I thought it was Harold's estate." Stellan shrugged. "Ownership can be hard to prove. Things passed down." He drifted off. "You have these in your culture, jogger?" "We call them zombies." Stellan smiled, his skin appearing bluish in the candlelight. "We have many names for the things we love, and more for the things we fear." As if on cue, thunder boomed loudly, sounding as if it were right outside the door to the manor. "Joggers also control the weather. I don't think your zombies do that." "No." Her anxiety over the storm was rising, and she wanted this conversation to end so they could say loving things to each other. "They just eat people. That's typical of America." The stench she detected before was stronger now. It smelled like decay. "Do you want to maybe show me around?" she asked, hoping that a new room would break the spell and break the smell that was holding them hostage. She assumed they would move upstairs, closer to the bedrooms, so she was surprised when he guided her to the basement. "Tell me more about your zombies," he said. He placed a cold hand on her wrist and led her down the dark stairs. "I don't know much. I was never a fan of monster stories." When they reached the bottom, Jocelyn stopped. "It's funny. That picture of Harold looks exactly like your profile pic from the app." Before he could respond, Jocelyn saw the overturned dirt and headstone. It was engraved with the name Stellan. "Your ownership is hard to prove on paper, but not when you were the one who originally built the manor centuries before," Stellan explained in the same calm manner. "Harold had been the one talking to you, charming you. He used my name for some reason, the same way he used my home. When I took his phone after reclaiming what was mine, I looked at your pictures and found you irresistible." His hand was once again on her wrist. but that it was tight now, like a vise. I lied about something else. Eating people is not limited to your American zombies.